MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the World Series between the American League's Houston Astros and the New York Mets. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Looking at these two squads, it's clear both of them have several guys that can hurt you with the bat. It's not just the middle of the order guys that you have to look out for as a pitcher. So the team that gets the timely hitting and quality at bats is probably going to prevail.
It's the moment these players have been waiting for. Game 1 of the Fall Classic is on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 New York Mets.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, fellas, there's nobody that I'm more excited to watch play than Carlos Correa. This is the guy you want at the plate when the game is on the line. He thrives in these situations. It's almost like he goes to bed and says, I can't wait to play because the game is going to come down to me and I'm going to make something happen. He thrives on performing in the big moments.
Here's the defensive alignment for the New York Metropolitans. And I want to shine the light on Yoenis Cespedes, outfielder right here. The ability to play multiple positions in the outfield, both corners, and can dabble in center field as well. And newsflash, people, do not run on this guy. He has one of the best arms in the business.
Leading off tonight for Houston, third baseman, Alex Bregman.
First offering on its way. Now a swing and a ground ball. This is foul for the first strike. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And that one just missed outside. Breaking ball in for a strike.
Now that's when you know it's a good pitch. He broke off a really nice breaking ball down in the zone right there. And even though this is one of the best hitters around, he waved right through it.
Oh, and the changeup is taken for a called third strike, and the leadoff man is gone to begin the ball game.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on two strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick. He swings and grounds it to short. And there are two away now.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Missed with a slider. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
Yeah, Dan, we got Eric Summerskill behind the dish. Really likes to work the ball east-west. What did you like? Did you like north-south, east-west?
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
Batting fourth.
It's always nice to get something cooking in the first inning, even with 2 outs. Now your cleanup man steps to the plate and has a chance to drive in the first run of the game.
So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Carlos Correa. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
These are the moments you can't relax. You never know when you're going to be able to score a few runs off a great pitcher. Here's the spot right here early. Have to find a way. You're happy with one, but if someone can catch a gap, this game could get out of hand pretty quick.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Bottom of the first, straight ahead. We're scoreless on MLB Network. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, Matty, I've been very impressed with Asdrubal Cabrera. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
Dallas Keuchel is on the mound here on the road for Game 1 of the World Series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Dallas Keuchel is a complete pitcher. He's kind of a throwback to a Jimmy Key kind of pitcher, a Tom Glavine type, not overpowering, 89 to 91 miles an hour.
Team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
Ready now, Michael Conforto. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider. The 1-0 home is looked at for the first strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Down the first baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit back up the middle. Played on the backhand. And the throw is wide as it throws the first baseman off the bag.
Wow, the last thing you want to do is give the home team an unearned base in the first inning. Now they've got a speedster on the bag with no outs and a good chance to score early in this game.
And that will bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Now a ground ball for Altuve. This might be 2. Throw on to second, so they'll get the lead man, and that's all.
It's really tough to double up a guy with the speed that he has, and he was hustling all the way on this ground ball. So they should be happy they at least got the guy out at second. It'll be interesting now to see if he tries to use that speed again and swipe a bag and get into scoring position.
Digging in the switch hitter, Asdrubal Cabrera, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. The 1-0. Hit hard on the ground to the right. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch, and a guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times, somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately, not, and now you've got a couple of guys on.
Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Head-to-head pass with Dallas Keuchel. He's done well, 6 for 13. He's taken him deep once. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Well, he's in a bit of hot water in this first inning, but if he can start throwing his slider effectively like that, he has a lot better chance of settling into this game.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Batting fifth.
Next for the Mets,
Right
Jay
fielder.
Bruce.
Jay Bruce.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
And Bruce can't come up with that one as he swings through it for strike 2.
Hey, this is the game within the game right here. The hitter has to decide if he's going to change his game plan. Is he going to stay staunch and wait for him to miss over the heart of the plate, or is he?
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end. Left for the Mets. We are still scoreless.
Leading off for the Astros.
Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel. He'll get us started in the top of the second. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Tough slider down low for a strike. That softly hit to right. Will that get down? Yes, it will. It'll be a leadoff single. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out their half of the second inning.
Batting sixth. Center fielder.
Striding in for Houston, George Springer.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Gurriel stands at second with no outs. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. But no problem at first, and that's the first out.
Batting seventh. The left fielder, number 9. Marwin Gonzalez.
Coming to the plate now, Marwin Gonzalez. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First offering on its way. Ground ball foul down the left side. No score here as we play inning number 2. High in the air down the right field line. Bruce has a read on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Evan Gattis now standing in.
Catcher, Evan Gattis.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And they start him with a changeup, but this is chopped foul at home plate. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
2 things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. 1 left for Houston. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here's Todd Frazier now.
Leading off for the Mets. Third baseman, Todd Frazier.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. Frazier is certainly known in part for power at the plate, in particular in these types of matchups against a left-hander on the mound.
Yeah, because he knows that lefty can't get inside on him. What a comforting feeling you know it is as a hitter when that pitcher has nowhere to go on the inner half of the plate.
He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first down.
Taking another look at it, the ball has some topspin on it, but he's on the full run and dives to make the catch. Nice defensive play right there.
Standing in now, Wilmer Flores. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one. Bottom of the second here with no score. Now he extends nicely, and this ball is driven to right field and deep. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His first homer so far in the series, and the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. We're in the second, 1-0 Mets early on. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least, it helps set up your off-speed step.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8, 9-hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days, you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you could swing the bat.
So here's the Mets pitcher, Jacob deGrom. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. Flip to the second baseman covering now for the out.
Now batting, center fielder, Michael Conforto.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Michael Conforto. 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Called strike over the outside corner. d'Arnaud stands at second with 2 gone. Lifted in the air to center. Springer has a read on it, and that retires the side. Mets draw first blood thanks to this solo home run. We've played 2. It's 1-0 Mets.
Leading off for the Astros.
First delivery to him on the way. There's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Frazier trying to get there. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Yeah, that's the spot right there for an 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider in the dirt, especially with the bases empty.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, one away.
Third baseman, number 2.
Here's the first pitch to him. Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Dribbled up the line. Frazier moving to his right, in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Josh Reddick. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
He's certainly done an amazing job right here, grinding to get early 2 outs with the number 2 hitter and the middle of the order lurking. He would love to see 3, 4, 5 with no one on base next inning.
1-1 the count. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Conforto sprinting after it. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. They're down 1-0. Striding in once again, Ahmed Rosario, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Called strike over the outside part of the plate. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Springer has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Asdrubal Cabrera.
So the leadoff man set down here for Asdrubal Cabrera. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Seared down the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The left fielder, number 52, Yoenis Cespedes.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Yoenis Cespedes. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Nope.
A ball and no strikes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit to short. Correa loves it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1, 2, 3, but they lead it 1-0. Into the box now, Jose Altuve. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. This will get foul for strike 2. Ready with the 0-2. Softly hit out towards short. And 1 gone.
Now batting.
So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And you can see both guys into the 90s. One guy well into the 90s. 97 versus 91 on the top velocities so far. No balls and 1 strike. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error so far for the Astros. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed a base runner, and he just jumped ahead of another hitter right there.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Wow, that's one of the toughest pitches in baseball to hit, right? That good straight changeup, El Cambio. There's not much you can do with that. You're going off of that arm speed, and the ball, it just doesn't get there.
Now the Cuban import, Yuli Gurriel. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. A ball and a strike to count to the Astros first baseman. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
Hit on the ground out to short. And the throw is wide as he couldn't keep his foot on the bag that time. And we'll have to see how they want to score that play.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
Here's George Springer as he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's strike one.
As a hitter right here, you have to tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
A ball and a strike now.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
That's why this guy is great. Never misses over the heart of the plate. He's got electric stuff, but pinpoint control to all four quadrants.
And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. The 1-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Now another 1-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Astros leave one. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Here's Jay Bruce now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Leading off for the Mets here in the fourth, right fielder, Jay Bruce.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one.
Nope.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. The 1-2. Misses, ball two.
2 strikes.
The 2-2. He stays alive, still 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Hits this one hard the other way. Bregman gloves it, and the throw on the first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away.
Todd Frazier.
Here's Todd Frazier now. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. And the changeup just missed the inside corner. 1 run on 3 hits. 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. And right into the shift, but a foul ball. 1-1. Sharp ground ball toward the hole. Correa right there. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
The batter, first baseman, Wilmer Flores.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Wilmer Flores. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Keuchel into his motion. Here's the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 home. A little bouncer. Foul ball, however, strike one. The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2. That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets, but they're on top 1-0.
Leading off for Houston, the left fielder, number 9, Marwin Gonzalez.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. 0-1 the count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch out, 1 away.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Evan Gattis now standing in to the left side, but it's well foul. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Oh, and 2 the count to Evan Gattis. Gattis, who's sometimes called Bull for apparent reasons. He was selected in the 23rd round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Count still at 1-2.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Dallas Keuchel.
Ready for another chance. Dallas Keuchel. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Conforto moves over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Astros go down 1-2-3. They trail this one 1-0. Next up for New York, Travis d'Arnaud.
Leading up for the
base
Mets.
hit in his first trip.
Catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
First delivery to him on the way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Hey, that's another nice two-seamer right there. He's been able to manipulate that pitch all game, keeping it at the hollow of the knee, getting a lot of ground balls and a lot of swing and miss.
Swinging a ground ball to third. Oh, look at the sliding stop. It's there, and he's out.
Up next for the Mets, pitcher, Jacob deGrom.
So here now is the pitcher, Jacob deGrom. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance. First offering on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball.
This is what fires me up right here. You don't get a chance to see this every day of the week. You got the reigning Cy Young Award winner squaring off against the reigning MVP. That's why you pay the price of admission.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Up next for the Mets, center fielder.
Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in, Michael Conforto. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Here's the first pitch to him. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1.
Hey, 2 outs, nobody on, and a power hitter up. This is where, as a pitcher, you got to use the hitter's aggression against him. Get him to fish a little bit. Something a little more out of the zone than normal.
Conforto behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Mets go down. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Liner towards second. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the Astros put a man aboard to get the inning underway.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter. Right? It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel to the ball, and this is one of those guys.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
Hey, if this guy's able to execute that two-seamer down and away consistently, he's going to get a lot of swing and misses. He's going to get a lot of weak contact. He might even get a few knots on some people's shins.
Reddick behind, a ball and 2 strikes.
I got the count 1 and 2.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Looked to me like he had the right idea with the swing on that pitch, and he just didn't get the bat through the zone in time. The pitch was away. He let it get deep, maybe trying to take it the other way, but it got too deep and was by him by the time his barrel could get in the correct position.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Runners off for second. Offered and missed. Here's the throw. Perfect throw, and they got him at second.
Not every catcher could make that throw, so that was pretty special. Benito Santiago made throwing from his knees famous when he was playing, but it's a really tough one to pull off. That's a long throw without any legs underneath you, so hats off to him on that one.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. 2 out, nobody on. High in the air out to center field. Conforto has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing there for Houston. They still trail 1-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ahmed Rosario. He'll begin things here against Dallas Keuchel. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one just missed outside. The 1-0. Oh, and ouch. That one drilled him. And they'll just tag him out along the first base line. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg. And that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Digging in to try it again. Asdrubal Cabrera, a hit in 2 tries so far. Here comes the first pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Correa ranges to his left. On the first, and Cabrera's a ground out victim. 2 away.
The left fielder, number 52, Yoenis Cespedes.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
You know, Matt, and every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0. Misses for the second ball.
Pitching isn't always about getting everyone out. Sometimes it's about being smart and knowing when to pick your battles. He's been really careful with this hitter so far, and rightfully so.
3-0 now. Jay Bruce would be next. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that misses ball 4, and now the Mets have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Well, they were obviously pitching around him there, and I don't blame them. With the bases empty and 2 outs and a hitter of this caliber at the plate, make somebody else beat you.
Keuchel pauses. First pitch on its way. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gonzalez is going to get there, and that's the 3rd out. Mets strand 1, but they're up 1-0. Here's Carlos Correa now. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Rosario's got it cleanly. On to first, and a big out to start the 7th. 1 gone.
First baseman, number 10.
Striding in once again, Yuli Gurriel. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
One of the keys to pitching late in the game's first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th, as now there are 2 away.
Center fielder, number 4, George Springer.
Digging in once again, George Springer. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. Looking for his 10th strikeout. Here's the pitch. Just a touch outside. 1-2.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
The 1-2. Hit down the third base line, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The 1-2 is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
I got to count 2-2.
Skied into very shallow right. Bruce has a read on it, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. Ready for another chance? Todd Frazier, no hits to this point.
Third baseman, Todd
Here comes the first pitch. Favorable call in there for a strike.
Hey, we're moving into the later innings right here. This guy's continuing to pitch well with his first pitch strike percentage well over 60%. That's about league average so far, so he's right on point.
Bullet back up the middle. Springer has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first down.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Wilmer Flores will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. On to first, and there were two down. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a little blooper to center. Altuve onto the grass. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So they go quietly here. Ready for another shot now. Marwin Gonzalez. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch on its way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. Softly hit here to the left side. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 games so far. So the leadoff base hit puts the potential tying run aboard in the late stages of this one. Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Evan Gattis. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Ball 2-0.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Here it comes, 2-0. Here's a strike. Quick check on that tying run at first. And a dive, but he's back in there. The 2-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Here's a look over to first. Runner back safely. He's set. Here's the 2-2. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Cespedes going back. Gone! And that 2-run home run delivers an 8th inning lead. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as they've taken a 1-run lead.
You can call it unfair or just the breaks of the game, but up until this pitch, which was a big mistake, he was throwing a gem. Now he looks up at the scoreboard and he's trailing. That's demoralizing, but he's got to forget about it quickly.
The pitcher, number 60, Dallas Keuchel.
Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. In now, Dallas Keuchel. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Bases are empty here, nobody out.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Digging in and looking for more, Alex Bregman. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked the guy up with it.
A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder, all the time, and that's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at-bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. Popped him up. Darno over to his left. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Astros plate 2 on the 2-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. 2-1. Pedro Diaz will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Now playing left field, number 48, Pedro Diaz.
Jose Reyes will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Head-to-head passed with Dallas Keuchel. 2 hits in 7 tries. Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, strike 2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Altuve fields it cleanly, and the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
Now batting, center fielder, Michael Conforto.
Back to the top of the Mets order, digging in, Michael Conforto. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch coming. Here it is. Ball 1.
Hey, I hope that call doesn't throw him off his game right here. He's been pitching one heck of a game, and I'd hate to see the umpire get in his head right now.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. Ground ball right into the shift. Throw gets him. 2 down. And that will bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
And there's his first base hit in this one.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guys swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Here comes the Astros skipper up out of the Houston dugout, and a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Ken Giles takes over here with the runner at first and 2 gone in the inning. Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera, and he takes ball 1. Lifetime numbers against Ken Giles. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. The 1-0 home. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-1 pitch. Oh, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Quick check on that tying run at first. And he is tagged out here. Mets go down quickly. Our score remains 2-1. The 7 train making its stops just outside Citi Field as we welcome you back inside for the remainder of baseball on the show. Anthony Swarzak enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Here's the first pitch to him. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher to get ahead right there. You know you got a star hitter at the plate. He's not afraid to go to 2 strikes or go deep in the count. That's what you have to do. You have to put him at a disadvantage with the count.
Hit in the air to center field. Cabrera shading to his right. 1 down. Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher. He really delivered a fantastic postseason performance. Here's Carlos Correa now. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the 2nd out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
That was a non-competitive pitch right there, and he finds himself behind 2-0 in this situation. He's going to have to locate something down the zone to get himself back in this count.
2-1 the count. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Looks at a fastball inside, so he's in the driver's seat. 3-1.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
3-1 pitch is a slider, and he can't pull the trigger. It's 3-2 now. Another payoff pitch. High in the air out towards shallow right. Bruce is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Astros go down 1-2-3 as they're unable to add to the... Striding in to start the 9th as Asdrubal Cabrera, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Asdrubal Cabrera
From the stretch. A high fastball is in there.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
0-1, here it comes. Fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Missed with a slider. Cabrera awaits the 2-2. 2-2 pitch just missed. Waiting his turn on deck, Yoenis Cespedes. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away. Chris Davinsky takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Takes this the other way to right, and that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
Hey guys, there had to be something in the scouting report right there. For him to be on top of that 0-0 changeup the way he was, that was pretty special.
Here's Jay Bruce now. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. He's set and the pitch. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. Davinsky is known in part as a reliever with a clutch factor, perhaps. An escape artist is another way to put it. Regardless, he seems to be at his best when pressed up into difficult situations, which is kind of what you want out of a bullpen arm.
No doubt about it, Matty V. And I call a guy like this troubleshooters. Guys that you can bring into a game with runners in scoring position. They don't panic. They keep the game at a slow pace. And more importantly, they make good pitches to good hitters to get out of tough situations.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and standing in a power threat in Todd Frazier, the third baseman. Here's the first pitch to him. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Cespedes leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight.
Ugly swing right there. That pitch wasn't even close, and he offered at it. I'm not sure right now if I'm the pitcher, you could probably throw anything you want up there, and this guy's going to swing at it.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right.
And if you're the manager, you've got to love that about your team. They were down to their last strike, but they refused to go down without a fight, so they lived to fight some more.
Dominic Smith will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Dominic Smith.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. Head-to-head against Chris Davinsky. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Popped him up. Bregman is there for it. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game. And this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Some guys just seem to thrive under the bright lights of the World Series.